just about wins the lag. Just about. Very close.
Don't know, Phil. Maybe we'll be having a third go at the lag.
The dramatic music in the arena actually perfect for this situation, because in these sprint matches can be so important, and as I suspected,
thank you, first
SVB has just about got it. What I was going to say was, for years we've been saying he's won everything. Well, we weren't quite correct there. He hadn't won the World Nineball Championship, Shane Van Boening, but now he has. The collection is complete.
Well, we just knew Shane wasn't going to hold back on the break shot.
Van Boening with the look of, you know who I am. The 5 ball rudely blocking his path to the 2.
Tricky push out this. Might end up just rolling the cue ball over to where he stood on the rail. You can see an edge actually. What is the mind of the current world champ thinking?
Extension, please.
Push.
Push out called. It's your choice.
What a special occasion it is for Low Ho Sum to take on Shane Van Boening in this setting in such an important tournament. More steps down the learning curve, Carl.
Yeah, without a doubt. He played Albion Ocean in the very first match at the World Champs. He actually lost that match, but then he went on to win a few good matches, eventually beating David Al-Qadi as well in that event.
There was a very enlightening article in the South China Morning Post recently saying that his invitation to this event for Low Ho was a dream come true. That safety, though, wasn't.
Well, this has gone wrong, though. He played to bump into the 4, and as you can see, he's hooked behind the 9, so he's looking at this 4 ball. This is the type of kick shot where there's no real safe that can go on, so Shane might just rely on a bit of lady luck here. Well, it wasn't far away, was it?
Now the 5 ball that obstructed Van Boening after the break, as it obstructed Low Ho Sum. Well, in terms of getting over to the potting angle, the answer is yes.
So the kick from Low Ho Sum has not really worked out. This has left Shane a shot. It's not an easy shot though when you've not really had much table time. So you have to play this quite hard as well to get the cue out into the centre of the table. Shane does possess a very powerful game though, doesn't he? Oh, he's missed that by a long way. Where's he going to finish up? Where's this going to finish up? Well, just look at that. Could have been so much worse.
Extension, please.
Extension, please.
We've seen it over the years so many times. Van Boening gets the roll. It's pretty much lights out. And he's had 2 rolls in this rack already.
Yeah, this looks tricky as well, because if you can't see it full ball, he's going to have to kind of like get up and down and stun the cue ball off the side rail and back out over towards the 7. Well, he's made a mess of this. He has made a mess of this. But is it low Hosum's time to get a fortunate roll? Does the 8 combo in that side pocket?
Well, Carl, if anybody can manufacture this, the man at the table can.
He's not going to get away with it this time. There's a gap there. So what a strange opening rack we've had here, Phil.
Yeah, well, he'd taken his extension already, and then the clock started counting down. Had to play the shot hurriedly.
No, that wasn't his best effort, was it? At first, it looked like the cue was going to nestle up behind the 9, and now he's got a tricky pot into the top left pocket. This is not easy from the centre of the table. Any contact on any rail, this ball will not go. That's a job well done.
Yeah, that will make him feel an awfully lot better. That will make him feel an awfully lot worse.
Well, when you get opportunities like this, you simply have to take them. You don't get away with stuff like that. You really don't.
In Loho Sum's first round win over Dennis Grabber, you made the point, Cole. 17 balls were missed. You cannot miss regularly against Shane Van Boening and hope to survive.
Shane Van Boening wins
It
the first.
wasn't the clinical start that sometimes Shane Van Boening makes, but it was an effective one in the end. But we will remember that rack for the missed 7 ball from Loho Sum, who threw away a golden opportunity to get off to an agreeable start. Shane Van Boening has already tucked away the world 9.
Shane Van Boening to break, leading 1-0.
Oh, the 8 ball just bouncing off the rail has spoilt this for Shane. At first, it looked like he was going to be able to pot this in the bottom right. And that last little roll. Sure, he can't. Where's the one ball going to go? Where's the one ball going? Well, another mistake from the champ.
What's that? Yep, I can clean that.
Extension.
Extension, please.
Asking for the object ball, i.e. the one to be cleaned, and so he needs his extension. Van Boening was concentrating so hard on leaving the cue ball behind the 5, he forgot about where the 1 might be travelling to. Now can Lo Ho Sum make amends for, let's be honest, throwing away rack 1?
Yeah, and it was this pocket what would cost him the first rack. Just not striking through the cue ball how he would like. He's under it that by a long way. Yeah, it's a good pot though. Now he's back in a good position here. We'll probably need to use the top rail.
Shane Van Boening made the safety blunder. Lo Ho Sum did the rest. If that doesn't settle him down, nothing will. That was what a nice dish. Yeah, the shake of the head from Van Boening knew he had tactical control there, and he gave it away uncharacteristically. This is something of the David versus Goliath about it. Shane Van Boening on top of the world of pool that is, as the reigning world 9-ball champion. And his career CV is simply extraordinary.
This year has been really good so far, especially when I won the World Pool Championship. That day was pretty much a dream come true for me. I've seen him in the last couple of years. I believe I've seen him play in the World Ball and the World Pool Championship, and I think he's a good player. Basically, you just got to go out there and play the game and don't worry about who you play. World Pool Masters has always been a great tournament for me, and I've won twice and been in the finals, I believe, 4 times. I'm just hoping to get in the finals again and see what happens.
Thank you, Dave. Third rack. Low sum to break. 1 rack each.
I suppose, Cole, when you've got such a wealth of experiences, Shane Van Boening, nothing really phases you anymore.
No, especially you've managed to win that one title that you've been desperate to win. You can almost play the rest of his career. I wouldn't say pressure-free, but you can kind of see where I'm going with it. He's achieved so much in the game. I think one thing on Shane's mind would be maybe a really strong performance in a Mosconi Cup. First of all, he's got to get past Low Ho Sum. That's not too bad. He's got the cue ball back out into the centre, so he's got a thinnish cut on the 2. He can spin this cue ball round. Cue ball's near the corner pocket though. The cue ball is very near the corner pocket. Wow.
See, that's one of the advantages of these 4-inch pockets. Okay, it's tough to knock the object ball in, but equally, scratches are not quite as common. The goalkeeper works for those as well, for the wide ball. Oh, but then again, the 3 ball this time is caught far, far too thick.
This is unusual. Missing some easy pots in the opening 3 racks here. Balls that you just shouldn't really miss.
Bridge. Extension, please.
Well, he's put his cue on the floor and now he's standing all over it. Well, look at this for a shot he's playing. He's playing a jump with the bridge. Well, he was looking at that. The problem is he can't reach it, can he? He'd like to play the jump shot, but the cue ball's too far up the table.
He's taken his extension, but that's not an unlimited amount of time.
Watch the cue ball here. He's playing a little delicate swerve. Needs the cue ball to bounce.
The smattering of applause tells you it has just about made its journey.
There's a chance of putting this red 3 in the top right corner. Well, this is turned into a bit of a story, this rack now. Both players have had chances. I'm not saying Shane's was an easy chance, don't get me wrong, but
rarely does a double kiss work out in a good fashion, and that one most certainly did not.
Extension, please.
String though, and hampered bridging.
yeah, it looked a lot thinner than where he was aiming there, so he's clearly feeling edgy, his Low Ho Sum. Let's not forget he's had a match on the table. But he's playing the current world champ. This is a thin one. Cue ball will be travelling. He's trying to get the cue ball back up to where it is now, really. Can he get it in between the gap? Well, he's connected the 4. Well, this is going to work out. Okay, has he got a little angle? Wasn't bumping into the 4. He was trying to miss the 4.
I'm not inside Low Osam's mind, of course, but I just get the impression, Carl, that he's doing what you should never do. He's playing the man. He's playing the marvellous reputation rather than playing the game, playing the balls.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. It's all about experience. He doesn't have much experience, but he's a good player. But I agree with you, Phil. I think that's exactly what is going on here. There you see Team USA just to the left of Shane, JJ and Skylar. That was a nice shot. Didn't have much angle there. He's done well forcing over.
So it's been something of a circuitous route. But Van Boening has this 9-ball for a 2-1 lead. There it is.
Wins the third rack.
Low Osam cannot complain about a lack of chances. He's had plenty, but he's only got 1 rack to show for it. He will need to tighten up. Of that there is no doubt.
Thank you, the fourth rack. Shane van Boening to break, leading 2-1.
Well, we saw a nice kiss there, Carl. I think Shane van Boening would like a few of those pool wires.
He's had enough.
Foul stroke.
Well, that is not the kiss
Fallen.
Shane was after.
Now that's a sharp rebuke from the pool
Just
gods.
stop the clock first, please. You can just take it off. Also. Yeah. Foul stroke. Thanks. Okay.
One has to say, even though he's 2-1 ahead, this is not the start we expected from Van Boening. I'm sure he's going to warm into the match, but right now he's struggling somewhat.
And start the clock, please.
Mind you, the same can be said for his opponent. Ball with the Reds, or should I say the balls, nicely spread. That's what you can only wish for. Did you hear my snooker Freudian slip there, Carl, with the Reds nicely spread? Old habits die hard, but they are very, very nicely spread.
It's been a long day, Phil. Yeah, at the start of this rack, watching referee Marcel Eckert, who's just helping Lo Ho Sum because his microphone had come loose, so he took it off.
Don't want to preempt anything, but this is much more like it.
Little bit unlucky from Shane off the break there. Random ball, kissed it in the pocket. So it was ball in hand, and Lo Ho Sum has done what he needed to do. He's cleared the table to tie the match up.
Low sum to break, 2 racks each.
There are the Austrians in the crowd. Max Lettner on the left and Albin Auschen on the right.
Oh, where's the cue ball going for Lo Ho Sum? I thought he was going to scratch himself there off a random ball, but he hasn't. This is a tricky pot, though. Whenever you're rolling across the bays and the cue balls on the rail. It's not easy, especially going into the side pocket. If you just catch that near jaw, it's not going to go in. He's jacking up. This is a horrible shot he's faced with. Wow, how do you like that first shot? Yeah, the reason he did that is because he had to stop the cue ball dead. It's almost like playing a jump shot, isn't it? I know it's not jumping over a ball, but you can see the cue ball bouncing before it makes contact. Now he's got to miss the 8 ball now, because his next ball after this is the pink 4, and he's done a good job. This is going to end up nice. It's going to end up really nice. 2 good opening shots in this rack from low.
You are right, Carl. Suddenly he's sprung to life. And already Shane van Boening is being given a tougher test than he was at this stage of the tournament last year, when he recorded a very convincing 7-1 victory in this round over Fedor Gorst.
Doesn't want to be straight. Anything but straight is okay. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's nice indeed. Still early days in this match, but just feel that Shane is going to be under a little bit of pressure now. He's had chances. We know he's a good front runner. Now he's got to dig deep. Don't let this match get away from you. Low Ho Sun's the type of player. We've seen it at the World Championships a couple of weeks ago. He will grow in confidence.
Sam wants to rock.
23 years of age, and now it's 2-3 on the scoreboard in favour of the man from Hong Kong, China. Are we going to see a major upset? That's Albin Auschen, very high in those standings, Carl. And although he was runner-up in the World Nineball Championship to Shane van Boening, he must have gained an awful lot of positives from the week.
Yeah, I mean, what Shane did was quality, but let's not forget Albin went there as defending champion, and to get to the final was a phenomenal achievement. Gives us a smile, Skylar.
Leading the match feature.
There's Jeremy as well, so out of the commentary box, but still watching intently.
Yeah, I'm glad it weren't Kiss Cam, Phil. Well, breaking from the left side of the table. Oh, he's got a shot at the 1. His next ball is going to be the 3 because he's pocketed the 2 off the break. So this is looking good, this, for Low Ho Sun.
In the early stages, I suppose, understandably, he looked jittery. He wasted opportunities. But then everything changed when Shane Van Boening scratched on his break-off in the 4th rack. Since then, he's been in the seated position.
I wonder if he's going to pot this ball and just run the cue ball into the green 6. That will hold the cue ball up the top end of the table. That's going to work out okay. Yeah, he's close to the 3, but he can do something with that. The 4 balls in the centre of the table.
Now to get the tip of the cue out of the way, sharpish there. But playing at a slight angle, it was never going to be that much of an issue.
Extension, please.
Playing this in the corner pocket. Playing for position for the purple 5 in the same pocket. That looks okay. Cue ball's going to be travelling a little bit though. Actually, now we look at this, it is a little awkward. He's going to play it a little slower and try and land in the gap. Kind of near where, in between the 7 and the 8. 8 ball's a big ball. 8 ball is a big ball. Now, can he see the potting angle? Has he been fortunate or not? Oh, I think he can just spin this ball in. It's a nice shot, very nice shot. Shane's under the gun here. This 9 ball to take a 2-game advantage.
I'll tell you what, the man called Lowe is flying high. Not so, the world 9-ball champion, Shane Van Boening, is facing a possible surprise defeat. And the reason for that, Loho Sum leads 4-2.
the 7th rack. Low sum to break, leading by 4x to 2.
Marcel Eckhart, the referee, announcing the start of rack 7. Loho Sum wants more of the same. He's broken run in racks 5 and 6. Can he do so and complete the hat-trick right here?
Cue ball's going close to the left centre. Needs this purple 5 to hold up. That's going to do him a world of good, because now he can play a combo. If that 5 doesn't stop there, he's got a tough shot. Still a tough shot, but it's easy. It looked like it was going to be. Live ball is, it looks like any contact and it would fall in the pocket. So just pick your point on the yellow one and just send it on its way. Any contact and you should stay at the table.
Extension, please.
Whether it's match play, golf, tennis, whatever the sport, if a massive name is in danger of a surprise defeat, it's always really intriguing. Oh, now then, we're always looking for a turning point. Have we just spied one there?
Yeah, I believe this is going to be a big turning point. It was a good opportunity, that for Low. Any contact, it would have fell. And there you can see from the super slow-mo, just misses the purple 5. SVB, he's back at the table. Well, he's made a mess of that. I'm amazed how thin he played it on to the 5.
Yeah, the characteristic hitch in key action there seemed rather laboured to me.
And these are little testers, and the reason why we say the testers in the side pockets
Extension called.
is because 9-ball pool players are so used to playing them up into the corners, because obviously they play a lot bigger, don't they? So this is a scary one. Well done indeed there from Shane. He's having a wry smile because I can only presume he's landed touching the top rail, which means maybe he can't hold for the 3. He wants to play the 3 ball down the rail in this right corner. Yeah, but there you see, he's going to be bumping into the 3. And he's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, just a lovely contact, wasn't it?
Needs to bear down on this one, though. Shane's one of them players where he possesses a lot of cue power, really gets the cue ball moving.
We aren't at the point of the match where we know that was a turning point, but we suspected heavily. The combo was on, any contact would have done. Loho Sum didn't achieve it. Shane van Boening did the rest, and when he gets his foot in the door, watch out. That rack call was all about one shot.
Yeah, this was the shot. Any contact on that purple 5 and it would have disappeared. It didn't disappear.
So Loho Sum's lead is reduced to 4-3. His 9-ball ranking is 38th. He's only 23 years of age. He's making his debut in the World Pool Masters, and already he's made a positive impression. In that first round, he defeated Estonia's Dennis Grabber 7-4. I'll remember that match, and maybe I shouldn't, but I will, for an awful lot of mistakes.
17 missed balls, Phil, in a race to 7. Is that a record, Phil? You're the stat man. You must have that wrote down somewhere.
I haven't, you know, but I'll tell you what, it's got to be right up there with one of the most missed balls ever in a match of this distance.
Well, you're slacking, Phil. I can't believe you don't have that wrote down in your notebook. Shane's not having much luck on the break at the moment, but he's, you know, he'll have been here many times before. You've got to stay patient. He's had a naughty in-off where a random ball kicked it in the pocket and 2 breaks. Well, he's not had a shot, so he's playing a push-out again. Played pool matches like this myself, Phil, where you just can't get a shot on the lowest ball. It's not quite happening. Next thing, you find yourself at 6-all breaking in a hill. You break off and get rolling. It does happen.
Push out called.
And even being World 9-ball champion does not immunise you against bad rolls on breaks. Now there's Kelly Fisher in the background. She's looking after Loho Sum this week, providing lots of guidance and advice.
Extension,
She's
please.
having a great time on the WPBA tour in the USA this year. She's played 3 tournaments out there, won all 3. And of course, Kelly was influential in the result here last year. Alexander Kazakis came off after his semi-final win, not happy with his performance. Kelly gave him a pep talk, let's put it that way. And boy, did it work. He went on to beat Shane van Boening 9-0 in the final. So let's hope that Loho Sum has benefited from Fisher's words of wisdom before this match.
Interesting push from Shane. Kind of teasing Loho Sum a little bit into the thin cut into the corner, but that doesn't offer great position. That's why Lowe's having none of it. Is Shane just going to try and bank the ball back up table, use the pink, the brown, maybe the purple 5 as some kind of... It's never easy trying to call Shane shots. He's got his own way of doing it, and it's obviously very effective. Well, I don't know what he's attempted there. I can only think he's gone for the pot. But it has gone drastically wrong.
When he was sighting that, it was difficult from under the cushion, of course it was, but when he was sighting that, I thought if he's attempting to pot this, he's hitting it too thick, he could tell.
Just got to make sure you don't quit on the shot here. Yeah, good shot.
Loho Sum 4 pots away. Make that 3 pots away from being 2 racks away from victory. What a story this would be. The World Pool Masters debutant overcoming the King of the World. Not happened yet, but you can't discount the possibility.
Extension called.
Just having a good look, isn't he? He doesn't want to do anything silly at this stage of the match. He's got SVB right where he wants him. And this is going to stop perfect for the simple 9. We've got a match on now, folks. We really have. We're just approaching the meaty part of this match now.
Oh, Sam wants the rush.
This really is some kind of tale. The World Pool Masters of 2022 could be ignited with this. Low Ho Sum was considered a decided second favourite before a ball was spotted. Shane van Boening, always one of the players you regard as being right at the top of the list of any title contenders, and yet he's 5-3 down and sweating it out. So this is the story of the rack. That shot was high tariff. Cue ball very close to the top cushion, not easy to cue, but frankly the 2 ball did not threaten the jaws, and from there Low Ho Sum was cool, composed and on the money. Hong Kong will be delighted if he could get the victory. The Q Sports Institute there, headed by Wayne Griffiths. He's the head coach, the son of former world snooker champion Terry Griffiths. Does some wonderful work in snooker and in pool, and this would be a real fillip, a real boost for them. I'll tell you what, Cole, it's been a crazy night, hasn't it? The defending champion started us off. Alexander Kazakis losing 7-0 to Denis Okolio, but I'm afraid, in terms of the story of the day, if Low were to win this, there'd be no competition. It would be this story.
Yeah, I know it's a short race. I know we keep harping on about it as well, but Kazakis missed a few chances. Denis Okolio, it's no shock Denis beating Kazakis, let's be honest. He's probably favourite on paper, anyhow, before they start. Well, he's in my eyes. And Shane got off to a little bit of a shaky start himself. He was a little bit unlucky when that ball knocked it in off the break. But since then, Lower's, he's done a good job. Shane played a bit of a weird safety or pot on that 2 ball, so mistakes have been there, Phil.
Yeah, you're right to highlight the SVB scratch in the 4th rack. That was the cast from which Low Ho Sum has gone on to find himself in this position of strength. But while other players might crumble in this kind of situation, he looks entirely at home. In fact, he looks more comfortable in this match than he did in his first. Considerably more comfortable.
That's the thing in these short races as well, Phil. If you can just get a 2 or 3 game lead and obviously winner breaks, you just relax a bit more, because Lowe's missed a couple of balls as well early on. It was a very shaky start from both players. Well, he's landed dead straight. He's got to draw the cue ball back. He wants to draw it off the rail and then back out to shoot the 8 ball in the top left. Oh, where's the cue ball going to finish? Is this Shane's chance? Is it okay? It's a little cutback. He's okay. He is okay. He's going to be playing for the 9 ball in the bottom left. Good news is he's playing it into a big pocket. Play this into the rail. He's gone straight for the pocket. He's going to be on the hill, Phil.
Two right call, two right. They call Gibraltar. Is this going to be remembered as a night of monumental shocks? One is brewing at the Europa Point Sports Complex for sure. The defending champion, he's already out, Alexander Kazakis. And now look at Shane van Boening on the brink of defeat. There are potential 4 racks left in this match against Loho Sum. Van Boening needs to win them all. First, though, he needs to get back to the table. And Cole boys, there are no guarantees about that either.
Is the 7 ball going to come and spoil it for Loho Sum? Can he see the potting angle? Has he got a chance to knock out the world champ?
It's almost habitual that Shane van Boening goes deep in the World Pool Masters. But this could be an immediate exit. Just waiting for the opportunity. But maybe it won't come.
Well, he could pot it, couldn't he? So this is a great chance now. That was tighter than it looked as well. He had to kind of spin that ball in. Well, he's in prime position now. He's done the hard work. Well, I say that, he's a little straight. Oh, Phil, this is what SVB lives for. He is no stranger to a comeback. It's all about applying pressure. Loho Sum has had his chance. He might not get another one.
The key to success at the World Nineball Championship in the eyes of many is when he fought back from 10-3 down against Mika Immonen, no less, to win 11-10. That's small fry in terms of a fight back compared with his Immonen recovery. Nevertheless, this evening, just everything seems slightly out of sync.
Yeah, just not really with it, Shane. It's not easy. These race to 7s, you feel like you've got to get out the gate quick. So he's going to try and duck the cue ball behind the 9. 7 on the top rail. He's over at this. Lowe's got to fire at the bank shot here. Shane will be disgusted with that effort. He really will. He's got to attack the bank in the bottom left pocket. If he makes it, he should have shape on the 8. It's close. It's close, but it's not there. Shane is still alive, Phil. Is there a big story, a big moment about to happen? This is the beauty of pool. This is why we love watching it. This is why we play it. These little stories that can happen on a 9'5" table with 9 balls on, Phil. 10 including the cue ball before you pull me up, Phil. I know what you like. So this time the 7 does disappear.
This is so edgy. Has Low Ho Sum blown it? Shane Van Boening refuses to wave the white flag. Twice he came close to defeat there, but the match remains alive. And in 3 racks' time, could Low Ho Sum come to regret he's missed double. But much more pertinently, will he come to regret that missed 5 ball, which he should have knocked in. Working up to its normal level of efficiency. A 7-6 result for him, very much on the horizon.
Yeah, it all starts here with the break shot, doesn't it? 6-4. Lowe's had a beautiful chance to win the match. Really has. That's all you want. You just want a clip and look. Will he get another go? The break's not been working for Shane. Somehow you just feel like he's gonna now, though, don't you? This game has a way of punishing him. Does SVB get a shot at this 1 ball? He's not gonna, you know. He isn't gonna. This is incredible. SVB can't get a look at the lowest ball.
And as we've said before, reputation, record, CV, none of it matters when it comes to how the balls break. Sometimes the rolls just don't go your way.
I mean, you could be forgiven saying that he's trying to park the cue ball in the centre of the table. So he's lost the cue ball to the side rail.
Extension, please. Push out called.
Pushing out. Okay, here. Leave something awkward for your opponent,
Awesome.
but not too difficult for yourself.
Well, Low, do you take this ball on? Do you fancy knocking this ball in the top left pocket? Or do you play off it? A little thinner. 7 ball looks like it's in the way if you're playing safe, thin. Could he maybe bank it back up towards the 6 and send the cue ball over towards the top right pocket? Let's see what Shane spotted. There's 3 options there.
Yeah, thick with tension. I think Low Ho Sum did the right thing to put Van Boening back in.
Yeah, good shot. He played the first option, that little thin safety, keep distance. Shane's got to look at this, Phil. So it was a good push out and a good safety. Needs to play this ball with a bit of right English, I believe. Or is he powering it in? Looks like he's going to power this ball in. Needs to be accurate. Oh, what a shot. That is SVB at his very best.
Crunch.
Chose to draw the cue ball back off the bottom rail there just to get the cue ball away from the rail. Just these balls remain for Shane to pull the match back to 6-5 down. About 10 minutes ago, it looked like SVB was about to depart the tournament.
Showdown bowling.
And now, what a smashing way to end a memorable day. Shane van Boening, he won't go quietly, clinging on. And he needs the next rack to make it our first hill-hill match of the tournament. This is the 11th match, and we could be going to the wire for the first time. He certainly hopes so. So the push out there, in hindsight, was quite a clever shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a clever push out, and this was the position. Low Hosum could have played that shot. He would have been scared of that 7 ball that Shane just missed. More of a containing safety it was. Couldn't really do much regards to snookering Low Hosum, but this was the safety that paved the way for Shane to win the 11th rack.
Shane van Boening, break and run-outs are commonplace. He would love a couple now. Just get this done and dusted with the minimum of fuss, the minimum of stress. The way the balls have been breaking for him, just get the feeling we're going to have some more twists and turns.
Yeah, you can't keep breaking at pool and not getting a shot on the lowest ball. It will turn around at some point.
The thought that Low Hosum has got a fight against is that he had a golden chance to win 7-4 and missed that 5 ball.
Rack
He should
12.
not
Showdown bowling
have
to
put
break.
into the jaw.
Trailing 6-5.
Yeah, and if he gets another visit, he's got to do it knowing that he's had a golden chance already. So the pressure has been notched up over on Team Low Hosum. Now, does he get a shot this time? He does get a shot this time. At first glance, it looks difficult. He's going to have to pull some form of a good shot out here, though. He may have to power this ball into the top right corner and send the cue ball 2 rails and back out to miss that pink 4. Doesn't need to go crazy. As long as he can get out kind of level with the 4 ball, he'll have a shot on the 2. Just like that. Good shot indeed.
Earlier today, Eklund Kachi missed a pot like that, and it was the beginning of the end for him. Just the near jaw and stayed out against Dennis Akolio, but that one was right into the heart of the bag.
He might spin all the way down the table here. Yeah, look at this. That gives himself so much margin for error, as opposed to trying to get the cue ball on the centre spot of the table. There's nobody better in the game of pool in this situation than Shane Van Boening. 6-3 down, looks buried. He sat there patient. He's waited for a little error. It's come, and now he's 4 balls away from tying the match up. Hill.
Van Boening demonstrating what great champions are made of. Not all about skill. It's about heart, about nerve. And about refusing to accept defeat.
Yeah.
Just asking Marcel for the cue ball to be cleaned. Sometimes the players do that, not necessarily because they want the cue ball to be cleaned,
Extension
but
call.
it just helps them slow down. Make sure you don't get up to the 9-ball and shoot it too quick. This for Hill.
Shane Van Boening wins the rack.
Shane Van Boening produced an almighty comeback on the way to winning the World 9-Ball Championship. Will we be recalling this on Sunday night when he's lifting the trophy? Loho Sum could so easily have won by 7 racks to 3, but then the 5-ball went astray, and since then the man Van Boening has struck. Cracking match call. These are the match stats. A couple of safety errors from Van Boening. The big thing for me was the one in the foul column when he scratched on the break in rack 4. He was 2-1 ahead at that point. Had that break off gone well, and he'd run out there 3-1. You can see a landslide effect occurring. In fact, it went the other way. Now, though, he's the favourite again, based on 2 things. Yes, his career reputation, but also it's Hill. 1 more rack to go, and vitally, crucially, he's breaking.
Yeah, break percent there. Break and run percent, 17%. That is purely down to, well, not getting a look at the lowest ball. He's had 1 break and run, and that was the last one.
Let's go to the final rack. Shane Van Boening to break.
You just get a feeling Shane's going to break off and get a nice table layout, don't you? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the way this match has gone, Low House Sun, well, they had a wonderful opportunity to beat Shane 7-3. Shane to break in the decider. Where's the cue ball going? Now, what shot does he have? Can he chop it in the middle? Well, I don't think he can cut this 2-ball in the right centre without the cue ball hitting the purple 5. The other problem, however he pots the 2, he's got to get the cue ball down table for the pink 4. If he can pot this ball in the side and miss cannoning the 5, he'll take it on. So the cue ball is going to be going 1, 2, 3 rails, maybe 4. But the cue ball would also have to miss that green 6. So, well, this is not easy. Oh, it's going near the side pocket. That was the problem. Cue ball was always looking like it was going to cannon the purple 5. He's kicking at the 4 now.
Yeah, the 2 clusters there, 6 and 7 and 9, always provided the possibility of a self-imposed snooker. Oh, and he's missed it!
Missed the kick altogether.
No contact, all in hand.
Can you believe it, Cole?
Wow, the worst thing you can do in 9-ball pool is do not make contact and sell out. He was trying to pop the 4 in the corner, and there you see, he just missed. Second chance for Low Ho Sum, ball in hand. Got to make sure he doesn't land low on the 6 ball. Make sure you go past the line of the pot.
You could tell from his expression Shane Van Boening is in his chair, fearing the worst.
Got to be careful here. Does he risk just drawing it into the 9? Leave himself a longish 8? Or does he risk playing the cue ball high, running off the 9 ball? He's not 100% certain where the cue ball would go. He's going to draw back. He's got to watch the left pocket here, though. Oh, that's a good job. Good job indeed. He's playing the 8 into the right and centre pocket. He's pushed the 9 over the pocket.
Mouth dry, chest a little tight, even at the age of 23, pumping.
This is effectively the 9 ball, and he's done it. What a match.
Low Ho Sum, the man from Hong Kong, China, has proved to be the sum of all fears for Shane Van Boening. Last month, he was crowned World 9-ball champion. Now, he's out in his opening match at the World Pool Masters. Well done to Low Ho Sum. Kelly Fisher's advice and guidance before the match no doubt played a big part in that. And in the end, the underdog gets the verdict. What a way to complete a remarkable day. We thought he might have blown his chance, but he got another one in the decider when Van Boening failed to escape from a self-imposed hook. And Low Ho Sum, the 23-year-old from Hong Kong, gets the job done. Van Boening, twice a winner of the World Pool Masters, will not be completing the hat-trick in 2022. So let's crunch some numbers. Here we go. Break-in run-out percentage for Shane Van Boening, 14%. Incredibly low for him because he's normally such a wonderful breaker of the balls and so efficient at taking just one chance to win a rack. Ball spotted, well, Low knocked in 17 more than his venerable opponent. He missed a couple more, but in the end, his misses did not matter, especially the one on the 5 ball when he was on the verge of victory at 7-3. Couple of fouls from Shane Van Boening, the scratch in rack 4, and then the miss from the snooker in the decider. They were ultimately costly. So this order of play this evening, it started off with a bang. Denis Akolio whitewashing the defending champion and the top seed Alexander Kazakis from Greece. 7-0 the scoreline there. Maximilian Lechner from Austria was good value for his 7-2 victory over Dimitri Jungo from Switzerland. He led in that match 6-0. And then the story of the day, without any shadow of a doubt, Low Ho Sum, invited to the World Pool Masters for the first time, completes a shocking but deserved 7-6 victory over Shane Van Boening.